Brian Bowman, the former mayor, led City Council's call for a public inquiry into the construction of Winnipeg's police headquarters and a series of real estate transactions flagged by audits nearly a decade ago. Bowman also pushed for lawsuits against people and companies involved in building the police HQ. A judge ruled last year that former CAO Phil Schiegel accepted a bribe from contractor Armic Babakanians. Now, the city says Babakanians and the rest of the police HQ defendants are ready to settle for at least $21.5 million. Council is poised to approve the deal next week. Bowman won't weigh in on that decision, but he did make a statement. If the settlement is approved and a full court hearing does not proceed, the need for a public inquiry will be even greater. A public inquiry remains the most effective tool available to put facts on the public record to assist in further strengthening and improving processes and procedures at the City of Winnipeg. That's why a public inquiry should be called without further delay. During question period in the Manitoba legislature, NDP leader Wab Kinew asked Premier Heather Stephenson why she won't call an inquiry.
Now that the city has reached a settlement, there aren't any more excuses for the Premier to avoid calling a public inquiry.
The Premier responded.
There's parts of this that do remain before the courts now, and we will continue to allow that process to take place.
The courts have yet to rule on an appeal by former CEO Phil Schiegel, who was ordered to pay the city more than $1 million for his role in the police HQ. That decision is expected this year. Regardless, a former Winnipegger who helped 2 whistleblowers come forward with information about the police HQ says after more than a decade, it might be too late for an inquiry.
I think we missed the boat on that, and we meaning 2 provincial governments that both refused to call an inquiry.
Craig says the settlement is bittersweet, but the public still has a right to know what happened.
This is arguably the biggest scandal in Winnipeg's history, and it cost everyday taxpayers a lot of money.
I also heard from Paul Thomas, a professor emeritus of political studies at the U of M. He says the value of an inquiry fades with the passage of time. Bart Lekivas, CBC News, Winnipeg.